How's it going, everyone? Steven here. Something different today. We're gonna do Temporal Forces artwork ranking, and we're gonna do a tier list. So I really wanted to do this video a very long time ago. I finally got the option to do it because I finally set this thing up, and so I will be doing this for Twilight Masquerade. We're doing this for Stellar Crown, and also we're gonna do this for Shrouded Fable. What we're going to do essentially is we're going to go through all the special arts from Temporal Forces, which include all the illustration rares, all the secret illustration rares, and we're excluding the hyper rares because honestly they all look the same, and we don't really have to go through that. I think they're all at one level, one tier. But essentially, we're going to go ahead and go based off just the artwork itself, not the value. That's not a criteria for me. If I like the card, no matter what the cost of it, I will like the card. I absolutely do not like it when people use value to determine if they like a card or not. It should be a opinion on what artwork you like and not what something goes for. And so definitely will be hopefully not offending anyone, but we all have different opinions. If you do think like your card that I chose is too low, please let me know in the comments. We can talk about it. Maybe you can change my mind, but let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to go ahead and start with Shifttree. So Shifttree looks extremely badass here. Shifttree is one of the cooler Gen 3 Pokemon that are in the set. I absolutely love it. I love that they introduced also the C dot here and this negative kind of tornado-like effect on the card. And for that reason, we're going to start with Shifttree with a solid A. I think it's very nice, really cool. Second one to come up is Grotle. Grotle has a special place in my heart. I think it's one of the cooler second evolutions. So you have Turtwig, then you have Grotle, and then Torterra. Grotle is one of the stronger second evolutions. It just has really cool design. And then you have Marill and Starly. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I am a sucker for environmentals. So that means that, Pokemon that have their environments and also additional Pokemon on the actual card itself. I also think that Grotle is a strong card, and we're going to put that at A tier as well. Now we're going to go ahead and combine these together because they are absolutely beautiful. I think both are at the same level, dealing with its fall coat, and then you have Sawsbuck with also some sort of fall color as well. I wanted to pull these cards so bad, and I actually did pull these cards. And I am more than happy with both of them. I look at them at all the times, and I like to show them off all the time. And so Deerling for me and Sawsbuck are both A as well. The next one is Litten, and Litten is really cool because it has a whole bunch of Easter eggs in it. So I believe last time I counted, there's about 11. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then somebody said that might be an Electrode, and I don't think so. I think that's just a Pokemon, a Pokeball, sorry. And so this, for me, will be also a tier, but it's such a nice card, and to have that many Easter eggs in such small, compact spaces is really impressive, and I think that really deserves an A tier for sure. Going into Snom, and as you can see, all these Pokemon have really strong artwork, and I think this one is just really underwhelming. I think Snom is just an underwhelming Pokemon design to begin with, and it's in its element for sure, but I just don't see it going above, I want to say, C tier. It's okay. It's nothing crazy. I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase it if I wasn't collecting the set. This is something that I wouldn't want. The next one is Charjabug, another card that I've been able to pull multiple times, and I really like it. There's just something about this card that just bothers me, is that it's so simple, and I think that this Pokemon is so unique, and it can be, you can give it so many different environments, and I think whoever made this played it really safe with just putting, people without faces, and then just having him, kind of be used as a power bank for all this. And so for that reason, I also think I'll put him at B tier for now. I do think it's a nice card. I just don't see it going higher than B. Bronzer really surprised me. Pulled it the other day as well. You can see Bronzer 1, 2, 3, and 4 different times. This is a little. At first I wanted to count it, but I can't. But you can see it not only in its reflection, it's smiling back at you. You can see it on the chest. It looks awesome. I think Bronzer is definitely a strong artwork here, and it just looks cool. I really want to put it above the Charjabug. I might switch now to D, put Charjabug at C, and see how that unfolds. We'll update it as we go. Another card where I don't really understand what it's trying to do. Not a huge fan of this Pokemon design anyways, but it's really cool that you get to, it's not common for you to have all 3 of the evolution line in a card, which is cool. You have Solosis, Duosis, and then you have Ranunculus here. It's okay. Like, it's definitely something that I wouldn't go out and about to pick up. In my case, I'm doing a master set, so I have to. But I think it's better than Snom for sure. It might go into C tier, but we'll leave it at D for now. Cutie Fly is another one that's really nice. It's clean. You can see the size comparison between Cutie Fly and other Pokemon. Cutie Fly is one of the smallest Pokemon on the Pokédex, but I do think that whoever was creating this did a really good job with the water effect, did a really good job with kind of the blur here and pinpointing out just how small Cutie Fly is. Definitely underwhelming as well, but we'll add that to C tier and leave that for now. Maybe we'll switch it out. Relic, I really wanted to put him very low. I didn't understand the card when I first looked at it, and then I had to stare at it for a very long time to understand that this has a really cool environment to it. You have a Terracosta, you have Laminion, you have an Anorith, you have a Shelder, and then I think there's a Huntail there. Really cool card. I really absolutely took me by surprise, and I think Relicanth absolutely will be going into a B tier here. I would put that over Bronzer for sure. We have Escadrille. And let me tell you, Escadrille took me by surprise as well, because I never noticed these 2 guys down here until I actually pulled the card. So whenever I was, seeing it through Instagram, seeing all the pictures and videos of people posting it, I only saw him and him. That's all. I did not see these 2 guys, and this just it does a better job than Charjabug, because you're not only getting an environment, but you're also getting additional Pokemon on here. You're getting something that he's doing, and it's very playful, and I do really like that. And for that reason, we're going to go ahead and add Escadrille to B tier. Okay, let's go. We're going to get, I don't know, I really like this card. I really do enjoy just the simple aspect of a horse throwing hay around, and then you get not only 1 but 2. There's 1 there as well, and then you get a mud spray. I'm sorry, here as well. So very nice, very simple, very clean. I think that that one is a CB tier. Um, wouldn't go out of my way to pick it out. I pulled it twice or three times at this point already. Um, it's really nice. It's just it's not doing more to me other than it's clean. You know, it's a really it's average in my opinion. Um, Arbok. So this card is extremely unique because it's just Arbok, and then you have Toucan here. You have a full moon, and the rest is kind of a jungle-like leaves around it. Don't know where what type of tree this is. Don't know where these people are at. Don't know anything here, but it just looks dope. Honestly, I think that the design of Arbok here hanging backwards looks cool, and I really like Arbok in general. So I'm gonna put that right here next to Relic cans. So far, so good. And then we have Gastly. I still, to this day, I don't know what Gengar is doing here. He's a little freak right there for sure. But Gastly, honestly, one of the strongest illustration cards, one of the strongest illustration cards, I think, in the Scarlet Violet era. Gastly for sure. There is a reason why this card is very sought after by collectors, and it's because it is a awesome illustration rare. And for that, I'm gonna go ahead and put Gastly at the top at A. We haven't had a card up there in a minute, but it's worth it. Metagross. Metagross is such an awesome card design. I absolutely love it. I know people that don't. I think it's great, as you can tell by my YouTube profile picture. But Metagross is such a cool Pokemon here. You know, you have him clearing out the snow. You have a really cool, just contrast between white and the blue from the Pokemon itself. The whoever created this also gave us a snowman here looking the other way. So kind of building a in-depth picture here, and I think it's really great. I think it's solid. You're also looking at reflections here, so the artwork in general is extremely good. This is going to be A tier for me. I think that it's a very solid artwork. And then we go to something that is very questionable. Meltan. Meltan for me is a gimmick Pokemon. Pokemon Go had a glitch back in, 2019, 2018. They kept Meltan as a Pokemon. They added him to the Pokédex. Now he's here. This artwork is not doing it for me at all. And Meltan might be the first F. Yeah, no, it's not doing it. It's not doing it for me. Licky Tongue. Licky Tongue is super cool here. I do like the them kind of giving us the size aspect of the Pokemon, because this is about a table height, which about maybe 4.5 maybe, and so you're looking at a really cool environment. You're looking at him eating ice cream, really nice vibrant colors, really nice artwork, super clean, and I will be putting Licky Tongue at B. I think Licky Tongue is really nice, and I would absolutely, I actually did go out and purchase it because I did want it. Not only for the master set, but I just wanted the card in general. Now, chat's hot. I think this card is extremely underrated. First of all, you have a treble clef here for all my band geeks. I was one of them. I know how to read music, and so you have a treble clef. You have all these different notes here, and it's on top of that, it's very nice. It's extremely colorful. You're putting a very exciting Pokemon into an exciting artwork, and that speaks a lot. And whoever did this was very creative, and I really enjoy it. And I still don't have it actually. It's one of the cards that I'm gonna pick up at the Collecticon, and I would absolutely put that right next to Relic right here. I think it's a high B. Um, it's extremely underrated for sure. The next one is a pair again. We have the Menino. You have Menino here in a very messy room. You have Substitute over here. And then you have Cinccino in the same room, probably on the other side of the house. And you're going from a messy scenario, very messy, to a very clean scenario. So you have Skitty, Marill, Substitute, Plush Doll right there. You have Mr. Mind back here. I think this is another one that's good. It's very hard to pull, extremely hard to pull. Actually, I think I bought these. Yeah, I bought these singles. Really nice artwork. I will put it next to Bronzer. I don't think that is nicer than these guys here. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Next one was one of my chase cards, Drampa, and I was able to pull it really early on into collecting Temporal Forces, so very happy. Always reminded me of the never-ending story. Super clean. This artwork just works for Drampa. Very droopy kind of style, and then you have a Butterfree. That's really nice. Other than that, there's not much to it. It just looks really nice. I really like it. In person, the card just shines really well under correct light. I'm gonna put that in. I'll put that in A tier for sure. I'll put that in A tier. I think that's definitely an A tier material card. Now we're done with the illustration rares. There are roughly about 22, I believe, illustration rares. And we're going into the secret illustration rares. And we're going to start with the ones that I think are the strongest cards here. Iron Leaves. So Iron Leaves has one of the nicest redesigns when they were doing the whole Ancient and Future redesigns for these guys. Super nice, really cool. The artwork just perfect. Honestly, I wouldn't change this card. I don't have anything bad to say about this card. And for that reason, we have our first S tier. And here it is. I think the next one, Gan Fire, is the same. I don't have anything bad to say about the card. I don't have anything bad to say about the redesign. I think, Entei is such a badass card. You're going into Gan Fire, which is another badass card. Super on the environment. They really, hit the mark with, the Ancient and Future. And I don't have anything bad to say about the card itself. I still need it. I still want it. That's a card that for sure I will be trying to get. I'm going to make a blog for Collecticon, so hopefully we get to get these 5 guys, 6, my bad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. These 6 guys here. Not too crazy about these guys here, but we'll get to that in a moment. Next card is Walking Wake. Walking Wake is one of the it's one of the cooler ones too. I don't have anything bad to say about the card in general. I think the redesign is a little bit weird, but it's the only one that's on its 2 feet compared to everybody else. Everybody else was able to stay on their 4 feet. But this one was more of a dinosaur-ish type of card instead of a Pokemon, and so for that, I don't hate the card, and I still think it's S tier, but I think it's a lower tier than the other ones, for sure. The next one is by far my favorite secret illustration rare from the Scarlet and Violet era. I think it's extremely underrated. This card should be where Greninja is, and I am surprised that it's not. It's beautiful. It has texture that's unbelievable texture. Um, if there's one card, if I can't get the other ones, this is a card that I want this Saturday when I go to Collecticon. This is the one that I will be aiming for. And we're going to go ahead and put that one at the very top. And it's number one for me. Absolutely number one for me. There's no other card that I want more than that one at this moment. Iron Boulder. Iron Boulder's design is very, it's like they really didn't do much to him. They just gave him a meaner look, I guess. Redesign, it's probably the weakest from all of them. I think that the card itself does play on with the theme here, but I think the theme kind of is getting away here. I would give this theme more, or this background more, to an ancient card instead of a future card. But I mean, at the end of the day, still a very nice card. It is the one that if I don't get it on at Collecticon, I will not be freaking out. I'll probably go on eBay or something, or to my local shop and try to get it. But in my opinion, that is a A-tier card. It is a high A-tier because it's still a very nice card, but it's not something that I am dying to get. The next one is Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt, I think, had the nicer glow up. And on top of that, this is a really good card for the TCG. So, best of both worlds. They stayed within their theme of ancient, and so they did a really good job with that. I really love this card, and we're going to get Raging Bolt up there on the S tier. So we're going back to the S tier with Raging Bolt. There's not much to say about these cards. They're just really, really good. I think that one, Raging Bolt, has a better design than Gouging Fire and Walking Wake. I think Walking Wake from all of them has the weakest one. Gouging Fire has the second strongest, and the Raging Bolt has the strongest redesign here. Lastly, we're going to do the Secret Illustration Rare Trainers. Bianca's Devotion. Cute card. Extremely cute card. Super cute. It doesn't do much for me, honestly. It's a nice card to look at, for sure. You know, the hype for it when it first came out was, I think, a little bit too high. I will definitely put this at lower B tier, to be honest. I don't think that it does a lot for me. But going on to the next card, this one does a lot for me. And I don't even like the character, to be honest. I don't think the character is anywhere as cool as Morty or Salvatore. But, you know, you have Toxicroak, you have Lucario, you have, I forget this name. But yeah, you have these Pokemon behind it, and I feel like a lot of the Secret Illustration cards, if it's not extremely detailed, it should definitely have Pokemon like this. It's just cooler. I know this plays more into what, you know, Bianca's kind of theme is, and it's just more mellow. But I would definitely tell you that this one is an A tier card for sure. Morty's Conviction. Simple, very nice card. You have Gengar, you have Pidgey, you have Morty. Nothing else on this card screams S tier. It absolutely, for me, is one of the, from all of the trainer cards, it is my favorite, and I will be putting that at high A. I think it's almost at S tier, but I don't think so. I'm being honest. I can't put that in S tier because I'm not dying to purchase or just get the card. If I pull it, I pull it. If I don't, I eventually will go out of my way to purchase it. I think these cards up here, I am not only excited for, but I am dying to purchase these cards, and that's one of how I'm grading. A lot of this is the ones that I don't have is how much to actually want it. Lastly, Salvatore. This card reminds me of the patches, basically, on a quilt, and so it's really good. It's really awesome artwork. You get some first gen Pokemon here. You get a Teddy Ursula there. Um, you get a Raichu here, which I had never seen until now. That's actually really cool. So Salvatore is definitely a tier for me. It is a lower end A tier, almost going into B tier, but I would definitely want to put it up here. So we're gonna add it right there. Cool. So we went through all of the illustration rares and all the secret illustration rares, but there's two more cards that I want to add that they have down here, and that is Iron Thorns and Flutter Mane. And the reason I want to do this is because I think these are super nice promos that you can get for super low. And I know that I said at the beginning that the value of the card does not matter. These promos you can only get if you purchase the ETB boxes, and so you would have to get this through either eBay or somebody selling it or at a shop. So the value of this card is extremely low. You can definitely get it. It's awesome artwork. I think Iron Thorns is a solid B tier, mid B for sure. And I think Flutter Mane, this is in Japanese, but Flutter Mane, not only is it good in the TCG, it's affordable card, and it also has one of the nicer designs of it too. One of the coolest, I would say, from it. And I would put Flutter Mane in A tier. I'm really happy with this list. I do not regret giving Meltan such a low grade. These guys, we already forgot about them. I give them a grade and we forgot about them. That's how I feel about the card in general. These guys are average. They're fine. They're okay. These guys are great. These guys are awesome. And these are the ones that you want. If you were to be collecting Temporal Forces and you have the funds for it, open packs. They're fun to open. They're frustrating, but they're fun. If you're on a budget and you're just trying to collect singles, these guys are the cards that you want to start. And then you can get the rest. But if you're only collecting the illustration rares from sets or just specific cards, I hope this helps. I hope that we get to do this again with a different set. And I just appreciate everybody supporting not only my channel, but supporting by liking, by subscribing, and viewing. We'll definitely do this again. This is new to me. I am not typically in or like to be in front of a camera, but I'm trying, and I'm definitely working into losing that fear of being in front of a camera. I don't know why I fear it, but I do. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I will be back this Friday with the Stellar Crown video, and then after that, we're going to do a Collecticon video, and then we go back to opening packs. We still have some Stellar Crown. We have some Surfing Sparks as well. Appreciate everybody. Have a good one, and be well.